If you haven't heard about the pride discourse going on Twitter, the anti-kink homophobic discourse, you're very fortunate. And I wish I was you. I don't know what it's like. I don't go to Pride. But there's lots of people who also don't go to Pride who seem to be very concerned with kink at Pride and protecting the children, which is definitely not just an incredibly problematic dog whistle used by people who know that their preferences and things that make them uncomfortable don't make everyone uncomfortable, so they need to justify them by saying that, oh, if you don't comply with my preferences, you are you're attacking children. Think of the children. That's how it always goes, right? So what's been happening is people have been complaining about I guess you call them leather daddies at Pride, like gay men in skimpy leather outfits, which is apparently too much, right? That's too much. That's think of the children, right? What if kids see that, right? But they're only talking about that. They're not talking about women in lingerie or whatever. Women in skimpy clothing. If it were hot cis women in the same sort of stuff, people wouldn't be talking about it. Obviously, all the examples that they've been using are gay men in leather. It's fucking obvious. It's just homophobia, right? These people are being made uncomfortable by gay men in skimpy outfits, and that's why they're complaining. But they want to frame it as something else. They're saying that it's, think of the children, blah blah blah. What if kids see this? What the fuck are kids at Pride for anyway? If you don't want them to see that, Pride. Like I saw like an absolutely terrible tweet by someone who shall not be named, which said, Pride should be queer inclusive. Bitch, Pride shouldn't be queer inclusive. Pride is queer. That's the fucking point of it. It's like one fucking event where you can just go and say, fuck you to everyone else and just do whatever the fuck you want. When usually these sorts of things would be sort of marginalized by the same sorts of people who are spreading this think of the children bullshit, right? So rather than saying, hey, don't wear these kink outfits in a pride parade or whatever, how about you don't go to a fucking pride parade with your 5-year-old kids, like a clearly overtly sexually charged event. Pride is not just an event for people to like celebrate the fact that, they're gay or trans or whatever. It's also very subversive. It's meant to be like a very subversive sort of fuck you to like norms of what is acceptable. Like assimilationism, like the idea that, like every gay man should be fucking Pete Buttigieg. Yeah, like it's to flaunt it, right? So there's no fucking problem with that sort of thing. There was one photo like that's used as like a 4chan dog whistle that these piece of shit conservatives masquerading as leftists were using, which is guys in leather and like gimp masks, like leaning down and like role playing a dog in front of a kid. And yeah, that is a bit much. But the thing is, they were using this one example of these men doing something that they shouldn't do with a kid to say that basically everyone who dresses similar to them in a pride parade shouldn't be there. That's degeneracy. That's too much. Don't you know how bad you make yourselves look in the eyes of polite society? Jeeves, give me my tea. So it's clearly like a bunch of reactionaries trying to and I call them reactionaries because that's what you are. If you do this won't you think of the children shit, then you are a reactionary. It's the typical conservative bullshit. Whenever gay people, trans people, lesbian people, queer people, NB people, etc., are overtly sexual and in a way that challenges hetero norms, you get these sorts of like think of the children bullshit that really means nothing more than this makes me personally uncomfortable, so I'm going to project that onto a bullshit argument where I care about children. Kids see women in skimpy lingerie on TV every single day. There's fucking massive billboards of women in lingerie giving you a look like they're gonna fuck you on the spot. But apparently, having one single fucking event every year where men can wear leather cod pieces and a gimp mask while walking down the street in a limited area is a massive cause for concern. It's a reason for us to have a moral panic. And gonna say no to that one, Chief. And all the people who are talking out against it, they're the lowest of the low, right? It's your typical I was a Nazi 2 years ago sort of internet personality. You know, the opportunists who will say whatever they think is going to get them the most super chats on that day, which I guess today happened to be the conservative side. So a year ago, seeing some people saying pride parades are dangerous because they're inappropriate for children. You can see more skin at European beaches. Cry harder. True. You know, you see more skin. Kids see more skin every single fucking day just driving down the street. You can't avoid it. You know, not just skin in unsexualized circumstances, like, for example, with bikinis at the beach, but, you know, overtly sexual ads, women in lingerie, you know, women giving you the eyes like they want to fuck you every single fucking day. Oh, 1 year later, Kink at Pride makes people uncomfortable. If Kink at Pride makes you uncomfortable, don't fucking go there. The point is to make people who find this shit uncomfortable. It's the one fucking time of the year where you can actually do that without having people chase you down the street and try to kill you. And makes the event less accessible. Less accessible to who? But just look at the juxtaposition between just fucking changing his opinions completely to essentially be in line with dumbass fucking conservative concern trolls. Like, this is a Bolsonaro sort of take, right? Just whatever will get you super chats, right? Even using the fucking family friendly. That is just a conservative fucking dog whistle. Family friendly. Fuck off. It's nothing more than homophobia. It's specifically because it's gay men in skimpy outfits that men are not supposed to wear. That's it. There's nothing more to it. You know, people respond to that like, oh, he changed his opinion since then. I haven't changed my opinion on anything significant like this in 1 year. Like, there's one thing to like changing your opinion on something because you were shown contradictory evidence, right? And then there's changing your opinion on something like this, which is much more sort of abstract, sort of personal. Like, it's not really something that you can have evidence presented to you that changes your opinion on. It's more of a moral sort of, it's, you know, moral values, you could say, right? So it's not him changing his opinion. It's him supposedly changing his moral values to be in line with like fucking bog standard conservative fake moral panic concern bullshit in 1 year. No, that didn't happen. All that happened is that 1 year ago, he thought that, you know, having the complete opposite opinion would get him more money. Now, 1 year later, he's watching like, you know, his audience is more in line with like the I was a Nazi 2 years ago people, like shoe on head. So he's reacting to that and essentially just taking on their opinions as his own and acting like it's not controversial. It's nothing but like 4chan level conservative talking points. You know, the same sorts of images that are rolled out 10 times every single day on poll to be like, look at these degenerate gays. Man, if you think that men in skimpy leather is anything different to the sort of shit that kids see every single day, and not just that, but men in leather at one specific event that happens once per year, that is specifically for that sort of thing, and you're policing them specifically at this one event, yet you somehow, you know, you hyper-focus on that, yet not everything else that is on the same level or worse that kids see every single day. You're just homophobic. You're simply homophobic. That's all it is. These people won't admit it, of course, but it's fucking obvious, right? That's why the clear double standard, not even a double standard, because these things aren't even comparable. You know, that's why they focus so much on this and they literally say fucking nothing about everything else. It's moral panic bullshit. Homophobic moral panic bullshit. And it really shows how much this sort of ingrained homophobia is still there. And I specifically say homophobia as in men having sex with men, because there's definitely still like massive double standards. Like lesbianism is considered much more acceptable than men with men still, and this really shows it. I mean, yeah, there's hot tub streams on Twitch. Who fucking cares? I don't care. Yet men in leather outfits in skimpy leather outfits in public once a year. That's where your moral panic begins. That's where we need to start thinking about the children. That's where we need to start using, you know, reactionary dog whistles like family friendly. Fuck off, man.